And good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting night of Baker County Wildcat football. Brought to you live right here on 97.5 FM WFBB, broadcasting live from Baker County, Florida. And tonight on tap, we've got the first game, preseason classic, the Baker County Wildcats on the road to take on the Union County Tigers. I'm Mike Cruz, joined as always by my partner, Jackie Baker, set to bring you all the action of Baker County Wildcat football tonight. And Jackie, the Lord gave us a good night tonight, Jackie. It's nice. It feels good out here. It's a beautiful night for football.
Yeah, we talked about it, Mike. A cold front here in August, in the middle of August, a cold front. So that means it's not going to be 98. It's only going to be 93 during the day. So
with a little breeze,
with a slight breeze.
Uh-huh. We're right here on the campus of Union County High School in Lake Butler, Florida. Jackie, both teams getting ready for tonight's ball game. A lot to talk about. This is one of those preseason games. We're going to come back and get you all ready for kickoff here as soon as we have the national anthem. And we'll come back and get you ready for kickoff. You're listening to Baker County Wildcat football. We'll take about a 4-minute break and be right back on 97.5 WFBB.
You're listening to Wildcat football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com. Welcome to Baker High Wildcats football. And now, Baker High Wildcats football.
Beautiful night for football here in Lake Butler, Florida, on the campus, Union County High School. Mike Cruz, Jackie Baker bringing you all the action here tonight, Baker County High School football. Wildcats on the road tonight. Jackie, this is one of those preseason kickoff classics. We let everybody know. First game of the year, both these teams getting ready, want to see what they've got. You know, they start in earnest next week. The first game of the regular season, the Wildcats will be at home to start the year this year, next week against the Tornadoes of Bradford County. Jackie, this is a night that these teams want to learn something about each other. We'll probably see the varsity players for the majority of the first half, and then they'll fade into some of the JV guys coming to the second half. But these Wildcat fans, they don't care if it's a regular season game or not. these folks are packed in here.
I just want to see football, Mike. It's been a long 9 months since we've watched a football game, and they have packed this place out tonight here in beautiful Lake Butler. But you're right, you know, a game that you kind of just want to get your feet wet a little bit. If Wildcat fans will recall, just a host of injuries last year that riddled this Wildcat team. A lot of those guys are back, and it's time to get out there and move around a little bit and make sure everything's working the way it's supposed to. You've seen this. You've been around the NFL a long time, Mike. Those first preseason games, those starters may get a series or two, you know, and then you're going to see some other guys get in here and get some action. And so that's exactly what tonight's going to look like. And then the second half, one of my favorite parts is those future varsity Wildcats, the JV team. They get to come in and show what they're all about. So it's going to be a good night of football over here in Union County.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. And, you know, we get to see some of these first-string guys for the first quarter or so. And then, like you say, some young guys get in there, and you'll be like, hey, I know that kid. You know, you're some new kids that come in from last year. But, Jackie, if you just talk about these two teams, Baker County and Lake Butler, basically a mirror image of each other from last year. Both teams went 8-4 in the season as a whole. Both teams won their district, and then both teams lost in the third round of the playoffs. Union County lost a close one to Madison County. Baker County a tough one on the road against Bradford High. So both of these teams, same thing, 8-4 last year. Both won the district and both lost in the third round of the playoffs. So both of these teams are looking for success this year.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. I tell you, both teams, I mean, when you talk about the history of both programs, have had a lot of success. And, I mean, Union County dates all the way back into the 90s, you know, and these Wildcat teams here in the last 15, 20 years, you know, a lot of success, a lot of playoff wins between both of these programs. Both have good athletes ready to come out and show what they can do out here.
Yeah, you get tired of me telling you the story, Jackie. They've upgraded some of their facilities since then, but they were one of the first ones to have the Jumbotron, if you remember. And Coach Robbie Pruitt was here for a number of years, and they had a 56-game winning streak. And Bobby Hart, you remember that name, my good friend and yours, Bobby Hart? He and I actually called the 1997 state championship game, Lake Butler and Frostproof, down in Daytona Beach. At that time, they played all the state championship games in Daytona Beach. And that night, Travis Henry was the running back for Frostproof, and Union County had Andrew Zhao as the quarterback. They had a number of guys on that team. Gerard Warren ended up playing at Florida. Man, that was fun. And Bobby took me along for the ride as he was calling the games here for Union County that year. So a lot of tradition in this stadium. And these Union County fans, they're fired up too.
Yeah, they know what's on the line here, you know, and it's always been a little bittersweet rivalry between Union County. I mean, close proximity, a lot of family ties into both communities. So always a good game to come out. And you said it, man, the stands have been absolutely packed here tonight. I mean, we don't get this many sometimes on a regular season game, and they are from rail to rail in here tonight.
Yeah, they flooded in here, and it's an exciting time of year. Like you said earlier, you get that little bit of chill of fall in the air here tonight. And, Jackie, if you just look up on the calendar, we're about 2 weeks away from the start of college football season, and then NFL will be right behind it. So you talked about these preseason games. A lot of Wildcat fans will be paying attention to the Panthers and the Jaguars this year as they watch some Baker County guys in the preseason. Cooper Hodges, after the injury last year, getting a lot of playing time. They'll be tomorrow night at home against Tampa Bay. And I don't know who Carolina's playing, but you'll keep an eye on Mike Boone there, as Mike Boone, if I get this wrong, tell me, but it's either the 5th or 6th year in the NFL this year for Mike Boone.
Oh, man.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
I know it's at least 5.
Yeah.
He started out with the Vikings, made his way around some different places with Denver, and we always wish Mike Boone nothing but the best, man. Hopefully he has a great season, too, looking for big things from him and Cooper Hodges, former Wildcats. It's exciting to think about those guys in the pros from Baker County.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Boone, you talk about it. You know, I was thinking you right on the money, maybe 6 or 7 years in the NFL, somewhere around that. But listen, even if you say 5 on the low end, there's a lot of guys don't make it 5 months in the NFL. So for Mike Boone, what a great story, you know, to come out of little old Baker County and play at Cincinnati and just kind of do his thing in the NFL, you know. Been on a couple teams, but he gets playing time and been on those 53-man rosters. So great job for him. Got to see Cooper Hodges on the field quite a bit.
Yeah.
Cooper's little brother, Hudson, you're going to hear him a lot tonight, now carrying the torch on this Baker County Wildcat team.
Yeah, and, when I start talking about former guys from the Wildcats, I always leave somebody out, so I won't do that. But, one name stands out to me when I was on the sideline at the Jaguars game one night in a preseason game versus the Falcons. Here comes Bear Woods out there with his red dreadlocks out on the field, and it gives you a different sense of pride when you see these guys, walking the same streets as us, and you get a chance to see them play on the NFL field. Bear went on to have great success in the Canadian Football League, which was outstanding, but he was in the NFL for a short period, and we had a number of guys that have been there. But I'll tell you, it seems like Boone and Hodges have some sticking power.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you, it's one of those things. You and I, we were talking about it the other night. I guess this is, I think, my 10th year on the radio, and at least. And so we got to call games with Mike Boone out on the field. We called games with Cooper Hodges out on the field. And so when you really think about, when you think about an NFL player, Mike, and I'm much older than a lot of NFL players now these days. And so, but you still think, what's that make me? But you still think, you look at those guys, and they got the aura about them. And so to know that you got guys that were close to you and out there doing it now, man, that makes and your kids, you got Colby, and Ace, watch those guys and gives them a shot, that anybody can make it.
Yeah, if Cooper's listening, he's supposed to come by and see Colby at some point in time, and he hadn't done that yet. I'm going to get on him. I'm going to get on him just a little bit. But you're exactly right, Jack. The kids of the future out here playing on these teams, they see these guys successful. Somebody actually asked me, they said, hey, when Cooper Hodges was on that Wildcat team that went to the state championship, they said, was the offensive line any good? I said, my goodness. I said, you think about the guys that were across that offensive line, and you talk about the size, just the size alone. You had Tyler out there, Burnson. You had McDuffie was out there. You had Morrison.
Yeah.
Morrison was out there. I mean, just you see those guys, and they are huge human beings.
Yep.
And the offensive line was pretty good back in 2017. Hopefully, we can start to rebuild something like that on this team. What you think?
Yeah, I tell you, that's the size that only comes through, every once in a while. I don't know that we've ever had a high school offensive line that had the mass that those guys had.
No, I ran into Matthew McDuffie a little while back, and I was just like, my goodness, these guys are huge, man. And I'm not a small man, and these guys are just monsters. And, that 2017 year was special. No doubt about it. Wildcats went to the state championship that year, played against American Heritage Plantation down there in, where were we? Orlando. Down in Orlando. Very successful year. Last year, we went to the third round of the state playoffs. What's our run now? How many years in a row, Jackie? We won the district last year.
We've been to the playoffs. Golly, it's got to be 8 or 9 years now in a row, 10 years in a row.
One of the cool things that Coach Kevin Mays has done, and if you're listening on the radio back at home and you get a chance to ride by the stadium, next week we'll be there at home, and you can see, I don't want to spoil it for everybody that doesn't know, but if you ride by there, you'll notice that it's a big, brand-new Jumbotron right there on Memorial Stadium. And, Jackie, right there beside that, if you look at the visitors' locker room, on the inside of that, Coach Mays has painted all the years that the Wildcats have been in the playoffs, all the years that the Wildcats have won the district, all the years that we've been to either a regional or a sectional final, all those years are right there on that. And I think that's one of the coolest things we've done in that stadium.
Yeah. I mean, that deserves a place somewhere, to represent all those teams that have come before these guys and all the hard work. I tell you, we saw a local legend earlier walk by, Buffy Mallory. He was there.
Yeah.
Had his own YouTube video that makes its rounds around Baker County. Yeah.
Tom Elledge was the video production man back at the school in those days, and he made that film and made it famous. I think Tom was getting like $20 a VCR tape on those things. Who's even knows what a VCR tape is anymore,
He had to rent it from Aardvark.
Rent it at Aardvark. Oh, my, how times have changed. We're over here at Lake Butler getting ready for the game. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. And when we come back after this 1-minute timeout, we're going to kick it off. You're listening to Wildcat Football right here on 97.5 WFBB.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Tailored Healthcare Clinic right there in McClenny on South 5th Street. 259-5929 is the number. They offer primary care, traditional primary care services through the insurance, direct primary care memberships for an affordable monthly plan. They've got lots of different services they offer. Hormone replacements, one of the things they do, medical weight loss, aesthetic treatments, including Botox. Give them a call, 259-5929. And we welcome you back here, Marvin H. Pritchett Field on the campus of Union County High School. They call it the Jungle. So welcome to the Jungle. We're ready for kickoff here. The Wildcats won the toss. We're going to elect to receive. We'll send two guys back deep. Wildcats will move right to left across your radio dial. And hats off to George Gerardo and those guys at Baker Sports. The Wildcats looking good tonight. Red pants with the white jerseys, trimmed in red numerals with the white helmets, but something about that red just pops a little bit, Jackie.
Yeah, I like they got the new white helmets with the metallic decals on the side. Looking sharp out there tonight.
Stopped by Coach Mayer's office during the week this week, and he showed me the helmet, and I was looking forward to seeing it tonight. It looks good on the field. Wildcats looking sharp. Let's see what we do with the opening kickoff. It's going to be high, and the Wildcats will fair catch it right there at the 40-yard line, and we'll just start there. How about that? Yeah.
That's one of the star players for this Wildcat defense, but I don't think he's going to put that one on the right wrist.
Number tonight for the Wildcats winning the toss, number 9, Philip Jackson, return player, guy we're looking for. He's a tough player on that solid defensive front, and he's going to be something to watch this year, and he was our lone captain tonight on the field for the Cats. We're going to start at 1st and 10. I think they moved it back to the 25 just because it's a fair catch automatic, and we'll go from there. 1st down and 10. Hudson Register in there, quarterback. I think Hudson starts his junior year this year for the Wildcats, and he'll be the quarterback in there in the shotgun. One of our linemen checks out. Hudson's got an empty backfield to start, Jack.
I can tell you they're not going to be happy about that. I think it's to pull his pants over his knees. And the referees told him before the game that's a big rule this year in the FHSAA, that your pants can't be over your knees. You got to wear those pads over the knees.
Well, trying to get it untracked here, trying to get it started. Wildcats from the 25-yard line. Hudson's going to be back there in the backfield by himself. Davion Dean is on the near side, lined up at receiver. Chase Phillips in the slot to the far side. Keep an eye on those two guys. Wildcats spread 5 guys here on the first play of the game, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. 1st down and 10, first play of the 2024 season. Here we go. Register takes a snap. He's looking to run. He goes straight ahead, and Hudson's got a big hole. He's out across the 35-yard line and puts the shoulder into the linebacker and gets about 13 yards.
I'm going to tell you what, we had this conversation the other day with somebody, and let me preface this by saying I'm not saying he's the next one. But, man, he has just got a body like Tim Tebow. Hudson Register is just a large kid out there. When he lowers that shoulder, he is hard to bring down.
Keyshawn Kennedy shifts into the tailback slot here. 2nd down, or 1st down and 10. 13-yard gain on 1st down. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1st down, Cats from their own 38. Fakes the handoff. No, Kennedy does get the handoff. Running that little zone read play there. Not much running room.
No, not a whole lot doing that time. Hudson Register, he tried to ride it as long as he could there and had to give it to Kennedy, but there was nothing doing on that play.
Second down play now, second down and 10. Might have lost a half a yard on that play. Second down, though. Wildcats shift two guys in motion here. Nick Williams, Hudson Hodges on this side with Davion Dean. Kennedy stays in the backfield. Here we go. Second down. Call it 10. Register flips one out here to Davion Dean. Davion looking for a block, trying to get upfield. Doesn't get the blocking he was looking for, and he gets to the 40-yard line, a gain of 1.
Yeah, that time it was meant to go inside, but there was quite a bit of room on the outside there. Davion Dean with a good cut, though. Another guy just trying to get his legs back under him. Missed a lot of last season.
Third down play, they need 9. The Wildcats had a good play on first down, picked up 13 yards. Now need to convert on third. Handoff on the jet sweep, running to the right side. That's going to be Phillips. Phillips has got hurt. He's got the corner. Phillips 40 to the 35, and he's going to be arm tackled at the 31-yard line. But on the jet sweep to the far side, picks up the first down.
Yeah, huge run that time by Chase Phillips, a guy who got a lot of playing time as a freshman last year, Mike. You're going to hear us say a lot of names. We didn't lose a whole lot on this Wildcat team this year, and we've said a lot of these names for a couple years. And Chase Phillips, one of those guys who should produce this year.
Hudson Hodges going to line up in the slot this time. Kennedy in the backfield. Now they move Hodges to the backfield with Register. First down and 10 inside Union County territory at the 31-yard line. 2 first downs early for the Cat offense. See if we can capitalize. First down. Register calls for the ball. Going to pass it left side. He's got Phillips again. Phillips looking for a block. He's going to get inside the 30. He's going to get out of bounds around the 25-yard line. Positive yards on that play. Phillips was looking for a block to spring him, but he picks up about 6.
Good job that time. Just Hudson, just a little screen pass there out there to Phillips that they're going to line up 10 yards off of you.
Behind the play, there's a flag over there, Jack. I just saw it. Going to be holding on the Cats, I believe. First penalty of the night.
I mean, my goodness. The line judge over there is trying to explain to the white hat what he actually saw, because the white hat's going, man, what did you even look at over there? Everything was coming this way. How'd you see something?
Well, if the pass was behind the line of scrimmage, it may not be a hold. So we'll have to let them unravel all this.
Their first game of the season, too.
Well, and that's the thing. You know, you get these first game preseasons to get some of these penalties and jitters and things like that out of these guys and get them ready for the regular season to start next week. And the Wildcats looking to do so, and they did wave off the flag, and that might have been what they talked about, Jackie, the fact that that pass was behind the line.
They did more than talk about it. That was a 5-minute debate.
Give him 6 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 4 now. Register in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left side. That is Davion Dean over here with Kennedy. No backs in the backfield. Hudson Hodges to the far side of the field. Second down. Register looks to throw. Fires one inside. He's got a catch made. Catch made inside the 20. And the receiver's going to go all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's Nick Williams on the catch.
Nick Williams, great job that time. I'll tell you what, Wildcat coming out here is one of my favorite quotes from the movie The Little Giants. What do they think they are, the New York Jets?
Nice-looking throw right there from Register. First down play, first down from the 11-yard line, and Register's going to run it straight ahead. Looks for a hole. Not a lot there, and a flag comes in behind the play this time. He was just looking for a little crease right up the middle of that defense, Jackie, trying to catch them off guard there on first down and 10. But we might get a holding call and back this thing up.
Yeah, Wildcats, a lot of 5-wide formation here, and Hudson Register doing a good job of navigating it and knowing where to go with the football.
Just underway here from Union County, and 9:14 to go in the first quarter. Beautiful night for football. This is the best night that we've had in this part for a long time.
Yeah. On opening night, you are absolutely correct, because normally, like we talked about it, 95 degrees still at 7:30.
Boy, the way it feels out here, I'd like to be flipping that bait caster right now. A little top water, Jackie. Be a good night for it. This is going to go against Union County. The Wildcats are going to get a first and goal out of this after a face mask. They're going to mark it half the distance to the goal line. and we'll be set up first and goal from the 4-yard line. How about that?
I'll take it.
Took them a long time to talk about it again.
Keep having to pull their rule book out of their pocket.
First down play. Register's got Kennedy in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Hudson Register. Long count this time. 1 receiver to the right side. This time just a straight give to Kennedy. And he's going to fight his way down around the 2-yard line, and maybe a gain of a yard, maybe a gain of 2. It'll be second down and goal.
Good job that time again. Just a read option play there. Trying to get some work out of this offensive line, see if they can move those guys, get a little leverage, and get a push here for 1 yard.
8.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Hudson Register in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Quick give again to Kennedy, but they corral him right at the goal line. One of our guys over there signaled touchdown, but not quite. It's going to be third and goal from right there at the 1-yard line.
Again, I've said this for the 12 years I've been on the radio. I wish we'd just go under center and sneak for anything from 1 yard in. Hudson Register, a big body down there.
Big Union County helmet just deflated almost in the end zone back there, Jackie. Could be a hazard. Keep an eye on it. I mean, it's laying in the back of the end zone. Third down and goal now. They put Hudson Hodges in the backfield behind Register. Third down, they give it to Hodges, and Hodges is going to surge ahead, and Hudson Hodges has the first Wildcat touchdown of the season. Case Foster in there blocking ahead, and Hudson, we got 2 Hudsons in the backfield. How do you like that?
Yeah, good job. Hudson Hodges, the guy we talked about again, another young guy that got some playing time last year as a freshman, now just a sophomore, and he comes in and scores the first touchdown for this Wildcat team on a good lead block behind Case Foster.
Must have been a good year for the Hudsons about 16 years ago or something. You know how they go in those names. What's the travel ball thing now? Hayden, Jaden, Layden, Caden. They all got the same name. Number 10, Brock Boatwright, a guy that was solid last year at the kicking spot, is in there to attempt the extra point. 6-0 Wildcats here, 7:53 to go in the opening quarter. Wildcats take the opening possession and go 75 yards for the touchdown, and Brock Boatwright is going to add the extra point right down the middle, and the Cats are on top, 7-0 with the extra point conversion. Great drive for the Cats. They got a couple of penalties that aided them here and there, but overall, great drive. They mixed the pass in with the run, and Hodges goes in from 1 yard out.
Yeah, that's the kind of drive you look for there. I mean, that was probably 50-50 pass and run the ball, and they moved the ball right down the field. And, again, that wasn't a quarterback sneak, but he did go under center there, and Hudson Hodges just plows his way in there, a power package with Case Foster leading the way, one of those outside linebackers for this Wildcat defense. So good job that time by the Wildcat offense, making it look easy.
Great job by the Wildcat offense, getting ready to kick it off. 7-0 Cats. Union County going to get it. We got their roster here too, Jack.
I just really don't care about those players as much as I do mine.
I don't either, but at least we know their names. I had to walk all the way to the other side to get it, so we may as well use it.
Yeah, no, you're right. They do, and they have a couple kids, Mike, a couple good-looking kids over there on Union County this year.
Long kickoff here from Brock Boatwright. It's going to be fair caught, and they'll start at the 25 like the Wildcats did. Just doing a little preseason kickoff drill here, you know, nothing exciting. But Boatwright does show that his legs still strong from last year. I tell you, that extra point was good from Plenty, and good kickoff there for Boatwright. So I'm looking for him to have another solid year, Jack.
Yeah, Boatwright does a great job for us in the kicking game. But I tell you, the unit I'm most excited about is the one that just stepped on the field, Mike. This Wildcat defense, they ought to be something to watch this season.
Union County gets set to come out. They're going to start at the 25-yard line. Number 15 is Trenton Klein. He's the quarterback. 15 Klein in the shotgun. He's got 3 to the left. He's going to run his own read and give to the first man through, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, 17, the quarterback. Well, 15, I'm sorry. Trenton Klein, he's a good-looking kid out there warming up, Mike.
Yeah, for sure. And they came out like they were going to run some real hurry up, smash it down your throat, but now they're taking a long time in the huddle, so not sure. 2nd down and 5 now. Call it 5. Wildcats send Phillip Jackson on this side of the defensive front. Now Klein in the backfield. He's got one man in the slot. Now they send a man in motion. Klein gives. No, he's going to be tackled in the backfield by the man that I just talked about. Phillip Jackson read that all the way, and Klein had nowhere to go.
Phillip Jackson. It was almost like he was in their playbook that time. He knew exactly what was coming and swallows Klein up for a huge loss there on 2nd down.
And he's talking to big number 70 over there for Union County. A little bit of jawing going out there. That's what you love to see here early on in the season. Wildcats with some swagger on that defensive front. 3rd down now. They call it 11. They lost 6 yards on the play. Klein in the backfield. A little bit of confusion on Union County side. Wildcats dig in. Straight drop, left-handed quarterback, and now we're going to get a flag down. It should be a false start on the Union County side, I believe. Came from the far side official. Usually when it's on the defense, they drop the flag on the side of the defense. But they did call this on the Wildcats. He just dropped the flag on the wrong side. They haven't had their official training just yet, Jackie, because they're not following all the normal signals.
No, and that's a tough trait for that Wildcat defense because you had them in 3rd and long situation there.
Aggressive look, though, for the Cats here. Aggressive front line. Going to make up 3rd down and almost 5 here. They get the yardage back basically from the play before, so it's going to be 3rd down. They're going to need close to 5 for a 1st down here. Cats dig in on defense. Klein, the quarterback now. For Union County, he's in the gun, one man in the backfield with him. They send a man in motion now, and they're going to take a little cross sweep. They run the inside, and I tell you what, they picked up big yardage here out across midfield, and we're going to get a face mask to boot.
Yeah.
We tackled him by the face mask here. That running back is number 23, Ashton Newsom for the Tigers, and a good-looking play, a little inside trap play to Newsom, and he picks up big yardage.
Yeah, everything was going left that time, and Newsom was able to slip out the backside there on a little reverse trap play and fooled everybody on this Wildcat defense. And like you said, at the end of that run, you're going to pick up another 15 yards on the face mask penalty. So
that's tough right there, right at midfield. A guy trying to make a play, coming across, aggressive tackle, but he got the face mask, and you saw it from here, so it was definitely a penalty. Union County now, after a big 1st down there, they're going to be at the Wildcat 31-yard line. 5:57 to go in the 1st quarter, and we're going to get the mid-quarter timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll take a 2-minute break here. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction and remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcats.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
And we welcome you back here to Union County High School, right here in Lake Butler, Florida, downtown Lake Butler. Wildcats on the road tonight facing the Tigers from Union County. Mike Cruz, Jackie Baker bringing you all the action 2024 Baker County Wildcat football. 5:09 to go here in the first quarter. Wildcats have a 7-0 lead. Union County facing a 2nd down and 14 just outside the 35-yard line of the Wildcats. Here we go. Klein in the shotgun. He's got one man to his left, sends a man in motion, going to toss sweep that way, but they left early. And that's going to be a false start against Union County.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, it looked like the right side of the line kind of just got going a little too quick.
Well, when you got Phillip Jackson over there flying off the football, you're trying to get that extra step.
.451 to go. Ball's placed back around the 34-yard line. The Wildcats just declined that, and we'll do the same thing. 2nd down, 13. It's always like this in the preseason classic, Jackie. You get a little bit of football, and then you get a lot of referees talking, coaches talking, you know. They'll get back in the swing of things.
That's right.
Just like we will.
That's what I was saying earlier. It's the referee's first game, too. Yeah,
that's right.
Got to make sure their presence is known.
2nd down, 13. Ball back around the 35-yard line. Klein going to hand it off inside. The Wildcats' initial hit was made in there, looked like by number 3 for the Cats. That's Tyrek Bertrand, and then Phillip Jackson cleaned him up on the backside.
Yeah, it was a good job that time. That defensive line got a good push into the backfield. Actually, I don't know if one of them even knew he hit the running back, but he did.
Well, I think he pushed the lineman back in.
Yeah, he did. Phillip Jackson cleaned it up. So far, number 9, Phillip Jackson, making his presence known out there.
Bertrand was there. Also, 99 Johnson was in there as well. 3rd down now. 3rd down and 11 for the Tigers. Klein in the backfield. He's got one man with him in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left-hand side. Klein, left-handed quarterback, going to roll to his left. Going to throw it deep down the sideline, and it's going to be out of bounds. And the Wildcats had great pursuit right there. Did he catch that?
No, my. Holy cow.
That ball had to be out of bounds, Jackie.
That ball was 2 yards out of bounds, Mike. I mean, unless they thought the track was the field line, there's no way he could have caught that ball and kept a foot in bounds. But the referee spots it as a catch on their side down there. Oh, my goodness.
Owen Hodges was the guy for the Wildcats that got in there and got the hit on Klein just as he released the ball. I was looking down to see who 21 was, and there you go. They make a catch over there, and there's no way he caught that ball in bounds, Jackie.
I saw Owen Hodges breathing down his neck, and he threw that up for a prayer.
My goodness.
Man, that's a huge blow to this Wildcat defense.
1st down play. They're going to run it. No, Klein fakes the handoff up the middle, and he gets strung out to the left side, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds right along the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing as the Wildcat defensive front just kind of held their own.
He's going to get pushed out to where that receiver caught the ball. 4 yards out of bounds. My goodness.
I tell you what, Jackie, field conditions are no joke here either, and I'll say this, Union County has a beautiful facility. In the middle of the field, though, the conditions are perfect. On the sidelines, though, you can tell that the rain that they've had has really weakened the playing surface out there to some degree. So anything along those sidelines is going to be tough.
Yeah. Owen Hodges again on that last play in the pursuit. All right, that's another sophomore, Mike. So I tell you what, this Wildcat defense loaded with seniors and just reloading with these young guys out there.
2nd down play coming up for the Tigers. It's a 2nd down and goal. That last play, the pass play down the left sideline, was right at the 10, so it was the 1st and goal situation. 2nd down and goal. Call it the 9-yard line, and now Klein's going to call a timeout. A lot of confusion on that Union County offensive side.
Yeah, I don't know what they're confused about. They only have about 23 players out there, so they get the one-on-one attention they need.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I tell you, big difference between the Wildcats and how many kids we brought over here versus what Union County's got on the sideline. The size of the schools obviously have a big impact there, but Union County has always been a smaller classification, so they have less guys. I think you told me, 17 on the total JV?
Yeah, 17 on JV. And I'll tell you, we have an absolute army down here tonight, which brings me to our first shout-out, a shout-out to Anita Cruz and True Fi Credit Union, who fed the entire varsity and JV today for their pregame meal. So we always thank them for their support of Wildcat football. That was not a cheap bill. That was fried chicken coming out of their ears, boy.
Who cooked it?
Winn-Dixie. Winn-Dixie did a great job. They called them up yesterday, and, man, they had it done. Told them 2 o'clock. It was done at 1:58. So we appreciate all those folks back home that make that possible for us. But Anita Cruz and True Fi, man, every time you call, she never says no. And then when she does say no, I just argue with her enough that she says yes. She gets tired of hearing from me. So I call it negotiation, right?
Negotiation. I like it. Stick around with us this first half. Got a couple of shout-outs we want to do. Second down and goal.
Oh, that's a flag, too.
Klein inside is going to fake the handoff to the motion man. Takes it inside, and he's going to be tackled right around the 5-yard line. It's going to be third down and goal from there. Good pursuit by the Wildcat defensive front, and they didn't get lost.
No, they didn't get lost, but I tell you, they could have because Union County had 2 guys in motion at the same time. So should have been a legal procedure penalty that time, but the Wildcats do a good job of stopping him at about the 5-yard line.
I think the FAR judge, the guy on that sideline, they might have just gave him a uniform tonight because they've had to kind of read the rule book at different things. So, not sure. Sure. Third and goal, Union County. You think they're in 4-down territory here. 1:09 to go here in the first quarter. Klein in the shotgun, sends the man in motion. The snap back, Klein looking to throw the ball. He throws it right side of the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Yeah. He had his receiver over there, threw it a little bit behind him. He was looking for Ashton Newsom, number 23, and now it's going to be 4th down. They're going to have to think about it.
Yeah, Wildcats got a break that time. They had the Wildcat defense a little confused, kind of a flood play there. They just ran 3 or 4 guys into that Wildcat defense all out to the right, and Wildcat left a man wide open that time, but Klein couldn't connect.
Yeah, he's going to watch that film tomorrow and realize he could have just floated that ball.
Yeah.
And Newsom would have had an easy catch, but he kind of tried to lead him a little bit and threw it over his hands, and Newsom was...
Well, in his defense, he thinks he gets 3 yards out of bounds now, too. So, yeah.
4th down and goal, they're going to go for it. They keep Klein on the field here. 57 seconds to go, first quarter. Both teams have only had the football one time here in the first quarter. And the ball was on the ground, and it looked like a lot of confusion. Klein was still looking at his wristband.
Yeah, Klein did not call for the ball.
They snapped it, and so Union County is going to come out with no points for the Wildcats. A big stand here on their first possession.
That's a good job. That's good awareness by the Wildcat defense, really. You know, I mean, you're taught to move when the ball moves, and nobody on Union County moved except the center, and the Wildcats were able to get back there and recover the fumble and kind of gets them out from the goal line just a little bit.
Told you we got some shout-outs to do. I want to say a big hello to my buddy Tim Hughes, Wildcat Tim Hughes with American Recycling, listening in back in McClenny. Talked to Tim a couple weeks ago. He's a big Jaguar fan. He'll probably be down there rooting for Cooper Hodges tomorrow, and the Jaguars, of course. Not just Cooper.
Yeah, they love the Jaguars down there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, with Miss Pam, they are devoted
absolutely
Jaguar fans.
First down and 10, Wildcats. Register takes the snap, fakes the pass, now runs it himself, just looking for some yardage straight ahead. They started at the 13-yard line. The Register gets this out across the 15, maybe the 18.
I couldn't tell if that was designed or not, Mike. He looked out there like he was going to pass it. He brought it right back down like it was kind of a quarterback draw. But when he got up, he was giving one of the receivers an earful. So don't think it was designed that way.
Second down and 5. Register takes the snap, going to give it straight ahead. Wildcats looking for running room out across the 20. I think that was number 5. Is that number 5, Jack? Kanias Williams in there.
Yeah.
Good to see him back. He just got cleared. Wasn't sure how much we'd see him tonight, but that was Kanias on the carry.
Yeah, Kanias. had a couple unfortunate injuries the last 2 seasons, but again, a staple to this Wildcat team, so it's great to see him back out there.
That's the end of the first quarter. Wildcats will come back with the football and face a 3rd down and 2 after this 1-minute timeout. Wildcat 7, Union County nothing. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Berkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Berkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Third down coming up for the Wildcats. 3rd down and call it 3. Wildcats send the offense back on the field. You see some new guys out there, Jack?
Yeah, I was looking in particular. You know how it is every year. It takes us a couple games to really figure out who in the heck's out there.
Well, they got 100 out there, so there's a lot. 3rd down, call it 3 for the Cats. Quarterback in the gun and some movement along the front line, and Union County pointing at the Wildcats.
Finally got something to celebrate over there on that right sideline. They thought they caused a huge turnover the way their defense reacted to a false start.
I see Hudson Hodges out there. I see Cale Cruz, number 22. I see Rhett Roden, number 17, out there on the offensive side of the ball. Hudson Register still in there at quarterback.
I mean, that's a simple false start call, and it's still taking it.
They got to get it right. How many yards is a false start again, Jackie? They got to think about all those things.
Yeah, I guess so.
3rd down 8, just starting the second quarter here, and they're going to talk about it again before the play. They forgot the flag.
They forgot to pick his flag up. That's part of the procedure, too.
That should be a flag on him.
Golly, man, those cheerleaders do such a great job. But those stunting on that concrete makes my daddy heart skip a beat every time one of them flies up there.
3rd down, toss sweep to Kanias Williams, running to the right side. Kanias makes a cut, gets back upfield across the 20. He's going to be just a little bit short of the 1st down, but a good-looking cut that time by Kanias Williams.
Great run that time by Kanias Williams. That was nothing special at all, just a sweep play to the outside.
4th down, leaves a yard. They're going to go for it. Hudson Register to the line. Looking for the hard count here. Now looks for the sideline for a play. Just underway, second quarter, and now they're going to call timeout and think about it. It's a 4th down play. Hey, it's preseason, Coach.
See what you got.
Let it ride.
Let it go.
Let it ride.
Play with house money in this game.
Had a lot of folks text over to us, Jackie, say they were listening in tonight. One of them we want to give a big shout-out to. We forget about her sometimes, Jackie, because she's always supporting us, and she's always a part of the broadcast in our hearts for sure. Audrey Kennedy, your mother-in-law, she's back at home listening, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, Miss Audrey, if you're listening, we want to give you a big Wildcat shout-out for sure, number one. And my dad told me tonight, Jackie, that he was going to be back at the house listening to the game. And so he's rooting on Hudson from the house. And I think Nana made the trip over here, but Papa stayed home tonight. So my dad, Jerry Cruz, if you're sitting there listening to the game, big shout-out to you.
I know he is.
Hudson's doing a good job so far. But let's see if he can get this 4th and 1. They're actually going to send the punt team on the field, Jackie. Does this surprise you?
No, not the field position. Yeah, this is another part of the game you got to work on, so you might as well.
Can't really fake it when there's no rush or anything. So Boatwright just steps into it, kicks a line drive punt down to the 35. Good punt for Boatwright. And I'm not sure if I'm surprised or not, but if I'm the coach there preseason, I'm going for it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have blamed him if he did.
No. And I'm not second guessing Coach.
Yeah, no, yeah.
If it's my team,
I get it.
And it's preseason classic, I'm going there.
Yeah.
Especially when you had the momentum after the Kanias Williams run, I probably wouldn't have hard counted there. I'd have just snapped it and went.
Yeah.
But hey, that's why I'm up here.
That's exactly right. I love it. You know, there's nothing better. This is the first year in a while I haven't coached in any capacity of football, so I get to talk about every coach I see this season.
You're not coaching football at all?
No, I'm going to critique like I never have before.
Just underway, second quarter here from Union County. Wildcats 7, Tigers nothing. Union County brings the team out here. First possession of the second quarter. They got a new quarterback in. Catch that number for me if you can, Jack.
That was the guy I thought was going to start the game, just a sophomore down there, and they say he's pretty good.
I'll get his number in a second. First down play, they send a man in motion. Straight give to the running back coming this side. He's got some room to run, and he's going to be out across the 40-yard line to the 41-yard line. Pick up of about 7 on first down.
He went by. He's doing the old school.
Looks like number 8, I think.
Quarterback has to run, get the play from the sideline.
If it's 8, he's a sophomore, Brian Tyson.
Yeah, I think that is him, yeah.
Looks like 8.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They don't have a 0 on the roster, but we do. Second down, give him 6 on that last carry. Second down and 4. Brian Tyson, the quarterback in there now, just a sophomore. He's going to fire one left side. Catch is made. Right at the first down marker, he gets ahead near midfield, and a first down here for Union County in 2 plays, as that was Williams on the catch.
Yeah, Tyson, I tell you, he's a good-looking kid, Mike. He looks like he stands 6'2" or 6'3" down there, just a sophomore.
Quick decision. You got to make a quick decision as a quarterback. You saw that time. He made his decision, planted his feet, threw a good pass there. Williams picks up the first down. First down and 10. At the 48-yard line. Williams in the gun, going to give it off on a little sweep play, running to the right side. The Cats had that suspended. He's going to get away from a couple of tacklers, and he's going to get tripped up finally by one of the Wildcats deep in the backfield. But the Wildcats had that one played perfectly.
Oh, my goodness, yes. That's Chestnut with a dive and swipe at the last second there, able to trip him up. Still going to be a big loss.
Number 6, Drew Simmons, was the man on the sweep play. Quarterback was trying to run with him and give him a block, but the Cats were all over that play. Chestnut, a great tackle back there to get the shoestring, bring him down. A loss of 10 yards. It'll be second down and 20.
Yeah, I didn't see who hit him initially on the far side of that. It looked like Cale Cruz maybe from his outside linebacker spot. Made him reverse field, and Chestnut was able to shoestring tackle for a big loss.
2 receivers to the left. Now one goes in motion. Second down, 20. Tyson takes a snap, fakes the handoff. The running back wanted no part of it, so Tyson didn't have anybody to fake the handoff to. Ends up running it up the middle himself, and he's going to pick up 4 or 5 tough yards here.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, if I got hit like the running back did on that last play, I'd go the opposite way too.
Give him 6 yards on that play. It's going to be third down and 14 now, so Wildcats a chance to get Union County's offense off the field here and get our offense another crack at it here before halftime. Normally in these games in the halftime breaks when you're going to see a lot of JV guys take over, and so in the second half it'll be watered down some just from a varsity perspective. Now, all you parents that are waiting to see your JV players, now that's big time for you, right here on Friday Night Lights. So not knocking that, just that's the change that we'll see at halftime. You'll see a lot of these varsity guys take off their helmets, get ready for next week.
Yeah, and that's a good experience for those JV guys to come in and play in front of a crowd of this size. You know, I tell you though, those Thursday night games, they've been just as crowded when I ride by Thursday night sometimes.
Tuesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. Third down, call it 14. Straight drop. Tyson looks to throw. Right-handed quarterback. He's got a man on the far sideline, and he drops it. It's going to be incomplete. It'll be fourth down. And the Wildcats will get the football back here, and let's see if Register and the guys come back out for one more opportunity here in the first half.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the starters one more time, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I tell you, I mean, and I don't know. I didn't get the details of how they're going to do tonight, but sometimes you'll even see them come back out in the third quarter for a little bit, you know, so we'll just have to wait and see what the format is this season.
Rhett Roden's going to drop deep to return the punt here, which he won't return, but simulated punt return here. Roden played safety last year in his freshman year. I don't remember how many interceptions he had, Jackie, but
it was a pile.
It was a lot.
And didn't start until, I think, game 4.
Game 3 or 4 for sure.
Yeah.
No rush on the punter here. He'll take his time. Left-footed punter gets a high one, end over end. Roden comes up and makes the catch. And that, you know, that's tough when everybody in the stadium's watching just to see if you're going to catch it.
Yeah.
Wildcats will take it right there at the 30-yard line, and it looks like Hudson Register is going to come back into the game here. So we'll have the first strings at least one more series here, Jack.
Let those guys work. Get it in while. Go work all those kinks out.
Owen Register probably appreciated me calling Hudson Owens. He used to play quarterback for the Cats.
Yeah.
Sure it is. Cousins. Hudson's brother, though, Gavin, used to play defense for the Wildcats.
Yeah, he did.
They didn't trust Gavin with the football, but they let him tackle people for sure. Hudson in the shotgun now. First down and 10 for the Cats. From the 30-yard line, call it the 31. Register takes a snap, looking to throw. Straight drop. He's going to be hit in the backfield. Now he scrambles out of that, fires one deep down the field, and he had Chase Phillips just overthrew him just a little bit. Nice job by Register to scramble away from pressure that time. He's strong. You can't bring him down with one guy. He had a chance, just overthrew Phillips just a little bit.
Yeah, Hudson did a good job, did that one all by himself there, avoided the rush, stiff-armed the man off of him, and he did. He had Phillips and just missed him.
Somebody on the Union County side had an unsportsmanlike conduct called after the play there, so the Cats are going to get 15 yards on that one.
There we go. Well, we take them how we can get them. Well, not sure what for.
Well, they should be marking off 15 yards against Union County, but it's taken a while on all these penalties. Jackie, I mentioned our sponsor, Tim Hughes, a little bit earlier, American Recycle. I can't tell you how much the Wildcat football program and the Touchdown Club and everybody else appreciates the sponsors that make Wildcat football possible. Robbie Foster, Foster's Contracting, Dual State Real Estate, my friend Sabrina Thrift, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, my man Oscar Gray. He put some central heating and air conditioning up there in our press box this year. I can't wait to use it next week. Birkin Chevrolet, my man Larry Birkin's down there. Taylor Healthcare, Robbie Lancaster, Baker County Farm Bureau for sure, and Joe Muncie and Muncie Contract, and all those guys sponsoring us. We'll give them some shout-outs here tonight during the night, but next week we'll be back to normal season form next week, right?
Yeah, you gotta knock the rust off this first one. It's our first game back too.
Yeah. We weren't even sure if we'd have a place to sit.
No, hey, you drove us down here and got us VIP parking, Mike.
Worked out great. Got
the best seat in the house right there on the 50-yard line.
Got good parking over there, secure, safe, secure. Here we go. Wildcats get the 15-yard unsportsmanlike, 7:50 to go in the first half. Register going to take the snap, give it off straight ahead, and then flag down before the play, and Kennedy lowered his shoulder on the back judge. How do you like that?
Hey, get off the tracks when the train's coming, sir.
It's going to be 5 against the Cats. Legal procedure there. So we get 15, and then they get 5 back. So bad thing is the 15 we got was for a 1st and 10. Now the 5 back makes it 1st and 15. So the Wildcats going uphill a little bit here to start this second set of possession. Register in a shotgun, 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers split to the left. Now 1 goes in motion, shifts to the slot. Hand off again, Kennedy, same play. Union County's got that one red. Bottled up at the line of scrimmage and a flag down at the point of tackle. Did he face mask?
I don't know if I didn't. Maybe that's the only thing. I mean, if he calls a late hit here, I'd be kind of upset if I was late for a game. I didn't think there was anything egregious there at all.
I didn't either, but it is going to be against 5-yard face mask against Union County. Must have just been kind of one of those didn't mean to, but what that means for the Cats is basically replay the down. 5 yards, replay the down. Now it's 1st and 10, so you get those 5 yards back from the false start.
Back to where we started 4 plays ago.
These refs have me questioning whether they're doing it right or not.
Yeah.
Wildcats line up 3 to the high side of the field. 3 receivers there. Register straight drop. Looking down the right sideline with a wheel route here to Chase Phillips. And Chase Phillips was open again and Register just a little bit too far on the pass. But that's twice, Jackie. That's twice. He's had a chance to hit Phillips and just a little bit over the well-designed play right there. Though.
Yeah, he had him. He's going to wish he had that one back. The first one, he was under a little pressure. So I get it, all your momentum carrying you towards the line of scrimmage when you let it rip. And make him start doing 10 push-ups before every series. Take a little off of it.
Well, you saw Hudson there just standing there waiting on Phillips to come free, and when he did, just a little bit too much on it. Register going to keep it himself here, fake the handoff to Kennedy. And nothing doing there as the Wildcats are going to have a 3rd down and 10 as Register tackles right at the line of scrimmage. 6:55 to go here in the first half. Cats still on top, 7-0. Hudson Hodges with the first touchdown of the season, the only touchdown so far in this football game. It was a 1-yard carry in the first quarter. Cats now face a 3rd down and 10. Register passing situation. 2 receivers to the top side of the field and 2 to the near side. Register looks to throw, looks downfield, got a man deep down the field. And it's going to be not going to be at the last minute. Oh, man. Number 11, Nick Williams, was the intended receiver, and they just were in kind of a dogfight down there. And at the last second, the Union County back knocked it away. It'll be 4th down.
Hey, grabbed Williams' face mask on the way down, too.
Looked like it, didn't it?
That time, Hudson, after those last 2, he took a little off of that one. Yeah, that was a good throw, though.
It wasn't bad.
Hudson threw that ball 50 yards in the air.
About 6 minutes to go till halftime. I want to remind you that we will have our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report coming up at the break. Jack Baker, Justin Webb, those guys down there at Baker County Farm Bureau keep us in the business of a halftime show. Somebody on Facebook, what did they say, Jackie? Something about can't wait to see if the Gators are going to win the national championship.
Like they read my script.
College football is 2 weeks away. We're not going to talk about that. Maybe we will. I got some baseball to talk with you. How do you feel about that?
No comment.
I do have, on a serious note, I do have some baseball and some things I want to talk about at halftime when we get ready for that halftime break. I know that you and I kind of talked about that, so we'll get a couple of special announcements. So stay with us. Stay with us during halftime. I promise you it'll be worth it. 6:22 to go here. First half, Wildcats 7, Union County nothing. Kind of like what we expected, Jackie. A little bit sloppy early on. Both teams showing a little bit offensively, like they've got some weapons for sure. What's your overall thought here early on?
No, I like what I've seen out of the offense so far. I mean, mixing it up, little run, a little pass, Hudson Register. The offensive line doing a good job when he does drop back to pass there. He's had a couple opportunities to give him 3-4 seconds in the pocket. The run game looks good so far. It's good seeing Kanias Williams come back in there. One opportunity on a outside sweep, and he looked crisp and of the Kanias of old. So you get him healthy and get him out there. And, again, we're cycling a lot of guys in. There's a lot of starters who are being limited in what they're doing out here. So to say all that and the offense moves the ball the way they have, it's been exciting to see. And that Wildcat defense is exactly what I thought it was going to be, minus the 3-yard out-of-bounds catch by Union County earlier. They haven't given up anything of substance and done a good job when Union County tries to misdirection and counter and trap. That Wildcat defense has stayed home and done a good job.
Union County's going to have the ball first down and 10 right around the 15-yard line here. Just about 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Hey, already had our first Go Dogs of the year come through. I'm not even going to give that guy any airtime. What you think? My goodness.
He's a loyal listener, and I advised somebody the other night that was going to be the battle of the season again.
I'm just kidding. I'll give him a shout out. He's my buddy, Mike Rogers, down there at CBS. When the Gators beat the Bulldogs this year, he'll be the one crying out there in the parking lot. Or he might not show up.
He'll wear his Florida Gator gear that I saw him in last time.
There you go. Second down 8. 5:46 to go, first half. They're going to run a little end-around sweep here, and the Wildcats have it played perfectly. The running back nowhere to go on that far side, but a flag flies in behind the play. On the end-around sweep. And that's what we get used to seeing in these preseason games, Jackie. The flags start flying, and once they do, they're contagious.
Yeah. Like we talked about, too, sometimes these referees feel like the first game. They need to make sure everybody knows that they're out there, too.
Agreed. This one's going to be against Union County's offense. At least that's the direction he's facing. I will say this. Now, the Wildcats have played good on defense, but Union County is going to have some coachable things to go back. They've had a lot of penalties against that offense tonight that's really cost them some opportunities. Now, they did make a couple of good plays on that first drive, but I'm still not convinced that pass was in bounds on the far sideline. We'll have to watch the tape on that. Big penalty here, though, against the Tigers. This is going to march it all the way back to the 7-yard line. It'll be second down about 20 from back there.
I'll tell you, it shocks me. They haven't even given their big receiver. We were looking at him earlier, number 3, a kid that's got a couple Division I offers for this Lake Butler team, and they really hadn't looked his way tonight.
Yeah, Gavin Jenkins. Coach May has told me he's the guy to watch out for, but, you know, it's those situations, Jackie, in these preseason games, you don't want to show next week's guy something on film, and neither one of these guys wants to show too much on film. What happened? Flag down?
Yeah, we're going to pick up a very, very dumb penalty.
One of those late hits?
Yes, absolutely. For no reason. The Wildcat defense had that snuffed out as a gain of 2 yards, and now we're going to give them 15 for no reason.
So 2 flags on the play. 5:02 to go in the first half here. Wildcats still 7-0 over Union County. Want to remind all the Wildcat fans that what you've been accustomed to seeing in our district is going to be changed up this year, and we'll talk about that during the year as we get started. But just to get you started, our district alignment has changed. We've got a couple of new teams in the district that haven't been in the district for a while. So we'll see Tallahassee Godby, we'll see Swanee from Live Oak, and we'll see Wacoa from Crawfordville within the district this year. So instead of going east to play some of those local teams like we have the last couple of years with Yulee and Baldwin and some of those teams, they'll kind of rotate out of the rotation, and we'll have some of the teams from out west, Jackie. So
if you do not have a travel rewards credit card, get one, because my goodness, do we have some hauls this year.
We do.
For a district.
Yeah. Next week when we get at home and we've got our friendly surroundings, I'll be giving you all the rundown of the schedule, but next week we'll open up at home against Bradford, and then week 2 we'll be back at home against Palm Bay from down in Melbourne. So a couple of home games to open up the season.
Thank goodness.
Next 2 weeks back at Memorial Stadium. Come down, check out that new Jumbotron. What's the dimensions on that thing, Jackie? Can we watch a movie down there?
Oh, absolutely. You know, we had talked about that. We didn't want to really unveil it quite for that purpose yet, but we had talked about maybe having some movies in the stadium, you know. Yeah.
Maybe have a community-wide Florida, Georgia, down on the field, just watch the game down there.
Let me see how the season goes. First couple games first.
Talk to Kelly Cruz, Mr. Freddie, see if they'll cook us some chicken and rice down there.
Hey, we can probably hook that up.
Yeah. First down and 10 now, Union County. 5 minutes to go here, first half. Quarterback in the gun. trying to get things going. A lot of sloppy play here. They actually put Klein back in at quarterback, number 15, and before this play can get going, Jackie, another penalty is going to stop things. So I'll let John Meadows and Corey know back at the station. We appreciate everything that 97.5 FM WFBB does to keep us on the air, Jackie, but one of the perks of us being here for preseason is that the second half we'll get out here a little bit early, just so you know.
I was just looking at 25 feet by 13 feet.
There you
Jumbotron.
You had to look it up.
Yeah, I had to look it up. I knew it was the guy told us, and he's a salesman, but he did tell us it was the biggest and fattest Jumbotron in North Florida.
That sold you right there, didn't it?
Yeah, we'll take it.
Once he said biggest, Jackie said, we got it.
We'll take it.
First down play, they're going to toss sweep here. A great play on the defensive front, but that's not where the ball was. The quarterback kept it, and he had a great fake there. Hudson Hodges would have had a great tackle in the backfield, but the running back had it up the field, and Union County's got a first down. Fooled me, Jackie. I was back there at the tackle.
Yeah, Hudson Hodges did a good job on the tackling the running back, but Klein kept it that time right up the gut of that Wildcat defense.
4:10 to go here in the first half. Klein, the quarterback, he's the guy that started the game. He's back in there to run this possession for Union County. They've got the ball right at midfield, inside Wildcat territory to the 48-yard line, trailing the Cats 7-0. Klein in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion, takes a snap, going to run it straight ahead this time, and the Wildcat defensive front meets him right there at the point of attack. He might have picked up a half yard, if anything.
Yeah, not much doing that time. That defensive front, I tell you what, they have done a great job tonight driving those offensive linemen into the backfield. It's Seth Chestnut and that linebacking group filling holes and making tackles.
Gavin Jenkins, the receiver you're talking about, he's going to line up right here in front of us, Jackie. Junior receiver for Union County. He's got some offers to go Division I. Got another guy out here with him. Two receivers to the left side. Klein in the shotgun. Second down play for Union County. Call it second down and a long 9. Klein calls for the football. Straight drop. Looking to throw. Fires it to the right side. It's going to be incomplete. Just out of the outstretched hands of the intended receiver over there, number 6, Simmons.
Jamarian Dean
had the coverage.
Brother to Davion Dean. My goodness, he better be glad he didn't catch that football because Jamarian Dean had a head full of steam, headed that direction.
3:01 to go here on the clock in the first half. The Wildcats 7, Union County nothing, but a big third down and 9 here for this Union County offense. 3 receivers set this time to the near side, which is the Wildcat sideline. Klein in the gun, going to toss it, and this is Jenkins coming around the corner, number 3. He's going to get close to first down yardage, down to the 40-yard line. He's going to be about a yard short. It's going to bring up a fourth down and 1. They ran the sweep to the guy we've been looking for, and he's got some wheels.
Oh.
Fourth down, a yard to go. Run the clock here, 2:45 and counting. Union County, they're going to have to go for this one. You're inside Wildcat territory at the 39-yard line. 4th and 1. You can't punt it away here. The half's almost over.
Yeah, I think they initially signaled first down, and they come back, and Lake Butler had a play called for first down. Then when they signaled fourth down, they got to change it up here. But you're right, Jenkins was moving.
Anybody that saw that had to know that was fourth down. He was clearly a yard short. I thought he was 2 yards short.
Well, I can tell you the back judge had him marked for a first down. The right judge had to move it.
There you go. 4th down and 1. Klein with a hard count. The Wildcats don't jump. Now Klein's going to take it, and he's going to run it to the left side. I don't know. Good tackle over here by Chestnut. It's going to be right at the line.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him. But I'll tell you,
man.
Chase Phillips upended him there, and Chestnut tried to push him at the last second. But
yeah,
he got just enough.
Jackie, they gave him 2 yards, 2 full yards on that play, and he was upended right at the marker. That was a tough spot. Tough spot right there. What you think?
That was the guy that had 2 yards in front of the last time.
First down and 10 now, Union County. They've got the ball inside the Wildcat 37. 1:37 to go in the first half and counting as we wind it down toward the halftime. John, Corey, I'm going to keep it here as we break for halftime for just a few minutes, if you don't mind. Klein going to roll to the right. Left-handed quarterback looks to throw. He's going to be tackled from behind as he tried to scramble out of there. Wildcats, I think that's 68. Is that who you got, Jack? 68? Yeah, I don't have a 68. 58. 59. Morning on the tackle? 59, maybe? Clock down to 56 and running. Second down and 5. Now Union County. Klein, straight drop, looks to throw. He's going to be looking down the field. He's going to be running it near sideline. He's going to get up the field, and he's going to get the first down, but gets out of bounds. Going to be about 30 seconds to go. He got the first down, Jack. Able to break containment there on the sideline.
Yeah, he was rolling out to the left there trying to get a – thought he was going to find a receiver going deep. Good coverage that time by the secondary. Those are tough. Those are tough to cover. Rolling all the way out to the sideline there, and then he just saw a crease and went.
I'll let John Meadows know if something happens and we go off the air, it's just because it's tight quarters up here in the stands. You know, I'm jumping over the cords.
That's an obstacle course.
It's an obstacle course. I think we had about 36 seconds left in the half here. Wildcats on top 7-0, trying to stop Union County. Jackie, I want to say it was either last year or the year before when we played Union County over here in the preseason. Wasn't it a 7-0
I think
deal?
Yeah.
I want to say it was the last time we were here, but
that's the only bad thing. So they got the Jumbotron down there. Well, we did ours where you have the screen and the separate scoreboard.
Right.
So when you're showing stuff on the screen, down here they have it part. The scoreboard's part of their screen. So if they show anything else, you can't see the time or the score or anything else.
Right. Right. Yeah, it makes it tough. You know, like right now, I can't give you the time. I can give you the location. We're at Union County High School.
Union County.
And it is first down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
I hate to give up a cheap one here.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. The Wildcat D's play tough all half. Don't want to give up anything right, you know, with zeros on the clock going to the locker room. 36 seconds left here in the first half. Cats have led 7-0. We went down on our first possession, 75-yard drive, and Hudson Hodges knocked it in from 1 yard out. First down and 10. Klein looking to throw. He fires one toward the end zone. The receiver down there, Jenkins, is who he was looking for, number 3. It's going to be incomplete.
Two D1 guys going at it down there, Mike. We hadn't even mentioned that. You know, you got Jenkins get some looks down there. Well, we got a guy on the opposite side there, Jenkins, following him around the field, and Davion Dean
wearing number 0 down there for the Cats.
Getting a bunch of looks of his own.
I guess 0 is still considered a number, isn't it?
I believe that's an integer, Mike.
Oh, my goodness. Second down and 10. 30 seconds on the first half clock here. I remind you, you know, we've got our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report coming up, but stay with us, though. Stay with us just to hear a couple things. Pass to the left-hand side. Again, he was looking for Jenkins, and this time Jenkins broke it off, and the quarterback, they were on different pages. It'll be third down. 2 incomplete passes in a row here, now down to 25 seconds on the clock.
I'll tell you what, if I had a Jenkins on my team, I wouldn't be waiting to 40 seconds to get him involved.
Yeah.
2 pass plays in a row trying to get it to him.
I kind of agree with you on that, and the coach might have been thinking the same thing on the sideline over there. That's why he sent Klein and Jenkins back in here on this last possession, you know. Thinking, hey, why didn't I let these guys do something tonight? Third down, call it 10. 25 seconds on the clock. Klein in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver this side, and a running back in the backfield, and they're going to run the ball straight ahead with only 25 seconds to go. Wildcat defense stuffs that right where it's at, and the clock's going to run.
Well, going to start a timeout there. Going to try to get one more play off with 11 seconds to go.
11 seconds to go, first half. Been a good half here for the Wildcats. Ahead 7-0 against these Union County Tigers on the road. full house full of Wildcats, and look down the track, Jackie, both ways, Wildcat fans spilling out onto the field, and on the far sideline on Union County side, fans all down the fence line. Can you tell people have been waiting on football season?
Oh, my goodness. Yes, absolutely. And, again, we talked about it earlier. This is a team that everybody's excited about. You know, you got all these guys that we've been calling their names for some 2, 3, 4 years now, and now they're in their senior year. And so their opportunity to do what you talked about, get their year under one of those regional championship banners or, you know, maybe even a state championship.
Yeah, for sure.
They've got the playmakers down there to do it. You know, a couple of those guys we talked about earlier got a lot of playing time as freshmen last year due to those injuries. Well, yeah, last year you still managed to go 8-4, had a successful season, but more than anything, those guys got a lot of experience, so they get to bring that back into their sophomore year, and you can tell it's shown.
2 wins in the playoffs last year. Fourth down now. Fourth down, they need 10 yards for a first down, but that won't matter much. Only 11 seconds on the clock. Fine in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the right. Fine, straight drop. He's under heavy pressure. He's going down. Phillip Jackson would not be denied, and that's at least 2 sacks for Phillip Jackson tonight, if not 3. Great job, Jackson. And he gets the Wildcat defense off the field here with 4 seconds to go in the first half, and that'll do it for the first half, Jack.
Yep, that's a great job by Phillip Jackson. I mean, shot out like a cannon, and Klein did not have a shot. So a good outing by this Wildcat defense in the first half, and a good outing by this Wildcat team, able to take the varsity portion here and win 7-0 tonight. Saw some good things on both sides of the football, and that just leads me to think what an exciting season it's going to be.
Yeah, it's got the potential to be a great season. I tell you, we saw some playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. The track they're playing on tonight is a little slower than we're normally going to see. You know, as things dry out, it's going to be an exciting year to watch this Wildcat offense for sure. They're going to take the snap here. Hudson Register's back in there on first down and 10 as we get ready to go to halftime. Now, Register's just going to scramble out of there and just take a knee out around the 40-yard line. So Register scrambled for a first down there, but that's the end of the first half, Jackie, and the Wildcats are going to take it to the locker room with a 7-0. I guess we call it a win over Union County, as the varsity teams are going to be done with the first half. Jackie, I want to thank Jack Baker and Justin Webb for helping us out with our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report all year long. I want to give a big shout-out now, Jack, as we get ready to go into the halftime break, because I don't know if you paid attention a lot in the last couple of years, maybe even the last 3 or 4 years. There's been a lot of things that have happened. You know, a lot of things that have happened to people in and around Baker County, and ever since, you know, during the COVID years and everything else, there's a lot of things have changed, you know. But this summer, you know, was cruising along, and we're getting towards summer, and you know, there's some things that happen. I want to give some folks a shout out. But Jackie, I coached in you were talking about coaching earlier. I coached in the Baker County Little League for a long time. My son's gotten to the point now where he doesn't want to play baseball anymore, but I coached for a long time. I coached my girls for a long time. I coached down there on the softball end, and Bailey played softball for a number of years, and then my middle child, Mackenzie, played softball for a while. But I finally had a son, and I was able to coach some baseball, you know. And Colby came along, and I started that first T-ball team back around 2017. And couldn't wait to coach my first baseball team and have my son on there. I got to tell you, man, I had a guy on that team that year. His name's Camden Roden. You probably remember Cam. His dad's name's Cody, and his mom's name's Brooke. And this summer, Cody had an accident, you know, and it left him in a bad spot. And that year, I just go back to that year, you know, 2017, Cody was one of my coaches helping me. One of the greatest guys. Malin Oglesby was coaching with me that year. And Phillies, you know, my team, the hat that I'm wearing tonight, Jack, the Phillies. And I tell you, Cam Roden, I didn't know his dad and I didn't know his mom that time. They turned out to be some of the best people that you can imagine. But I put him at pitcher's mound, and let me tell you something. He ran down every ball. He was a spark plug, and absolutely one of the best players I had on that T-ball team at the time. Well, he went on to just be a dynamic baseball player, Jackie, and you've seen him play. A lot of people have seen Cam play. He had an accident this summer, Jackie, and it left him in a bad spot. And I've been talking to a lot of the folks behind the scenes, you know, and Kyle Davis and Randall Smith and some of those guys. They've organized a big tournament tomorrow down on the west side of Jacksonville and Marietta over at Bulls Bay. If you know the area, Bulls Bay, they're going to have some teams over there playing in a travel ball tournament. Stop by and check it out. You know, Cam's going to be over there. He's making a trip down from Atlanta. He's been up there in some rehab for the past couple of months, and I know this whole situation's been hard on his family, Jackie. And big benefit tournament down there tomorrow in Marietta, Bulls Bay for Cam. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are struggling and suffering, but if you get a chance to stop by or even know the family or get a chance to, it's going to be a lot of medical bills that go along with that. And I just want to tell Cam from the bottom of my heart that we're all pulling for him, Jack.
Yeah, absolutely. Cam, a heck of an athlete, football player, baseball player. You put a ball in his hands and he can do it. And, yeah, such a tragic accident. But I tell you, he has not wavered one bit. You said it. He's been up there and he's been doing everything the doctors tell him to do and progressing better than he should, you know. And you see those videos they post on Facebook. He's doing these exercises, you know, and so but, yeah, that's going to be a benefit tournament for him. But like you said, go out, support. They're going to have food there. There's going to be raffles. There's going to be all kinds of stuff that you can do to help support the family. And I tell you, you know, a lot of our listeners, they have our cell phone numbers. If you want to help, give us a call. We'll hook you up with the right people. I think they have a Facebook page, Cam Strong.
They do. Cam Strong on Facebook. And there's been a lot of attention to it. I know most people listening in have probably heard the story, but I tell you, it's great that he's back in town and has a chance to go down there. I think he's going to throw out the first pitch for the tournament tomorrow around 8 o'clock. They'll have opening ceremonies over at Bulls Bay. If you're not familiar with that, just put in Bulls Bay in your GPS. It'll take you right there to the west side of Jacksonville. I'm going to try to get over there, Jackie. I know you probably will try to get over there too, but I tell you what, I'm rooting for you, Cam. I coached the first team that Cam was on that year back in 2017. I don't know. He might have been 5. He might have been 4. You know, they start 4 and 5 years old. I'm thinking he was 4 or 5, but tell you what, you knew he was going to be a great ball player, and I'm rooting for him to get past this hurdle and keep moving on. And we just want to say hello to him tonight and the guys. I think they were out there at Randall Smith's house having some dinner tonight, and just send them a big hello and look forward to that tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, Wildcat Radio, we're pulling for you, Cam. So hope everybody can make it out tomorrow. And like we said, find them on Facebook, and anything you can do to help is greatly appreciated.
All right, we're going to send it back to the station. We'll come back with our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report right here on WFBB. John, we're going to take about a 5-minute break, and we'll be back with more Wildcat football here on WFBB.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State. Owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction or remodeling needs. both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcat.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Tailored Healthcare Clinic right there in McClenny on South 5th Street. 259-5929 is the number. They offer primary care, traditional primary care services through the insurance, direct primary care memberships for an affordable monthly plan. They've got lots of different services they offer. Hormone replacements, one of the things they do, medical weight loss, aesthetic treatments, including Botox. Give them a call, 259-5929.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkin Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkin Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkin Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinChevy.com.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate, call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
And we welcome you back here to Union County High School, right in the middle of Lake Butler, Florida. The Wildcats of Baker County on the road tonight, taking on the Union County Tigers. First half went A little bit sloppy at times, a little bit exciting at times, a lot of penalties. Kind of what we thought. This kind of preseason game, that's what you're going to get, Jackie. But the Wildcats scored first on the first possession of the game. You like that because that means right out of the gate the focus was there. The offense went 75 yards down the field, and Hudson Hodges scored from 1 yard out. The offense looked in tune. Hudson Register played well on that series, and then we saw some really good signs out of the defense. You know, Phillip Jackson, he's going to be tough to play with. Seth Chestnut, another guy. The defense is going to be fine, I think. You know, I told you this is a little bit of a tough track out here. It was muddy out there tonight, but the defense gave up a little bit of things. They're going to have some things to go back and work on. So will the offense, but that's what you get week one. All in all, though, you come out of here 7-0 in the first half against Union County.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it early on, Mike. There's a couple. We went down and scored on that first series. Well, guess what? Every offensive starter was in on that first series. After that, it was kind of a mixed match, you know, guys getting in, getting some playing time, making sure we got the depth where we needed at. Again, same thing on the defensive side of the football. Guys getting some playing time here, just not trying to cause any injuries, you know, going into week one. So, all in all, a great job by that Wildcat team to get the job done. Defense stellar throughout. The offense moved the ball well at times. You would like to see a little more consistency there. But a couple missed opportunities in that first half for some big plays, and so we'll work on that and get the reps in at practice this week. But you said it, all in all, just a great job by that Wildcat team to come out 7-0 after both varsities go head-to-head.
Jackie, looking ahead on the schedule for the Cats tonight, preseason kickoff classic, whatever you want to call it, here at Union County. This one will be done and over with, and we'll start looking at next week. Next week, the Wildcats will take on Bradford. The Bradford High Tornadoes at home. That game will be 7 o'clock back at Memorial Stadium. Then 2 weeks from tonight, Jackie, second game of the year, Melbourne Palm Bay. And I don't know their nickname, but Palm Bay from the Melbourne area, they're going to be in McClenny at Memorial Stadium for that game. And then on the road, 2 weeks in a row, we'll go to Ponte Vedra, take on the Sharks, and then we'll go to First Coast High School, take those guys on. I tell you what, so you talk about the first 4 games of the year now, not one district game in that mix, but think about the competition now. Bradford, Melbourne, Palm Bay, Ponte Vedra, and First Coast. You're going to learn a lot about this team in those first 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, what a gauntlet of a season there to start for tough opponents to start the season. But like you said, at the end of the day, Mike, and you don't ever want to lose ball games. But
no. You
only have to win 3 this year. And those are 3 big ones. You can win 3 games and make it to the playoffs, and at the end of the day, that's what you're looking for. So you top-load this schedule with good quality opponents, and you hope what that does is prepare you for the playoffs when you're going to face those tough teams. And you've been battle-tested, and you're able to go and succeed in those 3rd and 4th rounds of the playoffs.
And that's some of that old-school mentality, Jack. You know, you load the schedule up with tough competition. We used to – I know this is going way back, but back in the 90s, man, Swanee would win 5 games a year, go 5-5, win their district, and then they won 3 state championships in a row doing that because they played Lake City, they played Valdosta. So the Wildcats are going to do that. First 4 games, there you go. Bradford next week, Palm Bay. Then we go to Ponte Vedra and we go to First Coast. Then we'll come back at home, we'll play ball 1/5 game of the year. Then you start talking about those district games that you were talking about. There's 3 of them. The 6th game of the year, late September, we got to make the trip over to Tallahassee, take on Godby. Never an easy trip.
No, Godby. I mean, just athletes everywhere. You never know what you're going to get when you go over there. But I can tell you what you're going to get most of the time. You're going to get a Godby team that's got a lot of guys that are a lot faster than your team.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So Godby on the 27th of September. Then we'll get a bye week, start October. So hopefully at that point we've got a win over Godby on the road. And then we come back and 2 more on the road back-to-back. You go to Swanee, another district game, early October, and then down to Satellite. And I don't even know where Satellite is. You have to
Melbourne area.
Last 2 games of the year will be back at home against Wakulla, the last district game of the year, and then we'll close out the year first week of November against Dunellen. So I tell you what, man, you talk about somebody said we were going to crown the Gators national champions at halftime, whatever. Listen, you heard all about the Gator schedule. That's a tough schedule I just laid out there for you for this Wildcat football team.
Yeah, there's no breaks. I mean, there's not one week that the Wildcats you traditionally had. We played in districts before, Mike, where you knew going into the game, okay, this is kind of a game where by halftime it's going to be over and you get other guys in there. There's not one week that you can take off if you're a Baker County Wildcat. You better show up every Friday night ready to hit hats and play football.
259-6332 right down there in McClenny, Baker County Farm Bureau. Jack Baker, Justin Webb. Jackie, I trust them with my insurance. I know you do too. One call does it all. They got great customer service. I had to make a claim one time with Jack. Called him up, Jackie, the next morning he was in my driveway. So I tell you, they stand behind what they tell you. And Baker County Farm Bureau, they'll be here with us for the halftime show. And Jackie, Larry Birkin is going to kill us because we do it every year. Larry's going to sponsor our touchdowns for the year, and then Sabrina Thrift down at Dual State, she's another one of our big-time sponsors here for the moment of the game. And we forgot to tell Birkin's touchdown earlier. Hudson Hodges, what do you say?
Oh, just come on. Hudson Hodges, come on to the end zone. First touchdown of the season.
Yeah, first touchdown of the year, Hudson Hodges. His brother plays for the Jaguars. Cooper Hodges down there. Where's number 75? Cooper, if you're listening tonight, we'll be watching you tomorrow night. You going down there? They got the Bucks in town, Jackie.
Yeah, they got the Bucks in town, man. Unfortunately, you got the Cam Roden fundraiser tomorrow, and then you got the Touchdown Club. They got their jamboree over in Callahan tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Tomorrow? That's tomorrow. I'm going to be spread thin, Mike.
Talk to me about the Touchdown Club jamboree a little bit.
So we're going to go over and similar to what they do tonight, the teams are going to get an opportunity to play 2 quarters against 2 different opponents, and kind of a 10-minute running clock formation. So just go in and try to work the kinks out just like these Wildcats are doing tonight. So hopefully these coaches and players are ready. I know I'm ready for football just like all of Baker County is here tonight.
Somebody asked me today if I was ready, and I said, no, I never really am until we get there.
That's right.
And then once the lights go up, man, I tell you, we were walking down there on the field before the game, and you see the footballs flying around and the guys getting fired up a little bit. I mean, it changes things, man. It's fun to be around. So I'm not going to say the Gators are going to win the national championship tonight. We're going to hold that. We're going to hold that thought.
I would call them a playoff team at this point if I was guessing. I mean, they expanded it to 12 teams this year. I mean, it's kind of playoffs or bust for the Florida Gators.
Well, 12 teams get in. Now, this would be the real question that I'd ask you. This will be the first year that they get 12 teams in. Now, there's going to be a lot of political jockeying on all those 12 spots, and the way that it works. But at the end of the day, when it shakes out, how many SEC teams? There are 16 teams in the SEC this year, right? So Texas and Oklahoma join up. So you got 16. How many of those 16 will actually make it into that final 12?
Oh my goodness! I mean, if you're not careful, it may be half the field.
I was going to say, I wouldn't say half, but it will be a number, for sure.
I mean, yeah, I'll tell you, you may not say half, but how many times has the season ended and there's been 6 of them there in the top 12, and that's all it is. It's 12, and they came out, they came out 2 days ago and said that a conference championship doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make it into the playoffs. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for a lot of teams. But like I said, Gators probably going to get the 1 seed going into the new playoff expansion, so everybody else is playing for second place.
Everybody's playing for second. And there's no SEC East anymore either. So all those years we beat Georgia and we got those SEC East championships. Georgia can, they can hang their banners for the last 3 years, but guess what they can't do? They can't say they won more East championships than we did.
That's a fact.
That's a fact, son. They won't never bring that back. That's done. Write it down. Jackie, we're going to go into the second half here. Thanks again to Farm Bureau. Thanks to all those sponsors. And I know John Meadows has been playing your commercials in the background, but next week we'll have it all ironed out, our second week back at home, and we'll be ready to go for the season.
I sent a text Dad. I don't know if he's listening. He's been in Alaska for the last 20 days.
My goodness.
Yeah, I don't know if he's ever coming home or not, but I don't even know if they have high school football in Alaska.
Oh, they definitely have it, because I remember there was some show I watched on ESPN about the turf field and everything. Donated. It was some people from Jacksonville, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was a connection back to Jacksonville on that, but it was right on the ocean.
Yeah, right on the ocean. It was pretty neat. So I know they have at least one.
They got one team. Yeah.
All right, here we go, getting ready to start the second half of this halftime deal. John, I apologize I didn't give you any more timeouts, but we'll just keep it here for a little while. And fans, if you're new to the program, the preseason kickoff classic, Jackie and I will call a little bit of this JV game, but the varsity players have put their helmets away for the night, and they're done for the night. We'll give you a little bit of flavor of some of these kids that are playing, and then we'll be out of here. So you'll tune in next week at 7 o'clock as we get set to take on Bradford High and the Tornadoes back at Memorial Stadium. I think Boatwright's going to still do the kickoff duties, though, here. Looks like number 10 out there, Jack. Tell me if you get a different number.
I can't see right this second.
Got a JV roster here, so I'm going to try to. Yeah, Boatwright, good kick there, giving him some work. He's going to have a good year again. Great year last year from Boatwright. Some of these Wildcats running into the game here, I'll give you some numbers. I see Hayden McAlvin running in there. I see 45. That's Max Roberts in the game. I see 13. And, of course, my man, Coach Mays didn't give us a 13, so I don't know who that is, Jack. But Wildcat JV defense on the field here. We'll give you some more of these names as we go. See number 7 out there, Marlon Gibbons. I think he's just a freshman this year, right?
Yeah, hey, Marlon, a heck of a baseball player, too.
Yes, sir. 35 out there for the Cats. That's Jake Lee. Heard that name before, hadn't you?
I think there's a Lee has wore a uniform for the last 25 years down there.
Yeah, and I'll give you guys some information. I tell you, I was talking about some of this baseball stuff earlier on. You know, Jackie and I, we've been working hard to find some replacements for Baker County Wildcat football here on the radio. Not that we don't love it, because we do. And I'll tell you more after this play. They're going to run a little end-around reverse play this side, and number 6 for Union County, some good running room out to the 45-yard line. But, Jackie, we're going to have some new guys join us on the radio this year. You're going to get a little bit of a break. You're going to join me for about 3 or 4 games this year, and next week, my buddy Kyle Davis is going to join me. If you don't know Kyle played quarterback for the Wildcats back in 1982. I'm kidding about 82, but it was a long time ago. He won't like to know that he was an old guy, but he is an old guy when you start talking about Wildcats.
No doubt.
But Kyle's going to join me next week, Jackie, and it might be the first time that a Florida State Seminole has been up here on this broadcast booth.
Yeah, that's a good thing. My ratings have been higher than ever for the last 30 years.
First down play, Union County's JV. They're going to run it to the left side. Got a big hole over there. The Wildcats try to close it up. And see this a little bit. See some of these guys out here. Give them some airtime, Jack.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what we got going on down here.
See if you can make somebody's mama's day and give their son some airtime. Young guys here. That sideline for the Cats now, Jackie, about, I don't know, what do you say that JV's got? 50 kids?
Yeah, I say, JV, they're just as stacked. And, you know, they changed the rule a couple of years ago. You and I have discussed it every year since, but got what they call 6-quarter guys now. So they're going to play 6 quarters of football between JV and varsity every week. So you'll see some of those guys that suit up on Thursday nights and turn around and suit up on Friday nights, just to give you some added depth and make sure those guys are getting playing time. We've talked about it before that rule was in effect. How, you know, a kid that gets stuck on JV because you need him down there, you know, but really could help you. You move him up to varsity for depth and he doesn't get any playing time. What would you rather do? And so this gives them an opportunity to do both. They get to play JV and then move up for varsity in case they're needed on Friday night.
I think they had that rule a long time ago. It was just unwritten. The guys just did it. They just didn't wear the same jersey number, you know. Flag comes in on the play here, some running room for Union County. This is where it gets tough. And if you're listening at home and you want to know what's happening, well, it's tough for me and Jackie because we don't really know. A lot of guys out there, and it's more like a young scrimmage here. But we'll try to get some of these Baker County guys called as much as we can. We definitely don't have the JV roster for Union County, so I can't tell you one name on that side. How about you?
No, I don't know any of them. But like we talked about, they only have 17, so they're liable to be playing varsity kids still.
Well, a lot of these high school coaches, I'm going to tell you a little inside the business secret here. A lot of these high school coaches are doing really good to have a varsity roster.
Yeah, that's right.
Much less a JV. Makes it tough. Flag goes against Union County, though. I can tell you that much. They bring it all the way back out here on a chop block, all the way back to the 45-yard line. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 12 from way back here near the 45. Quarterback for Union County in the shotgun. They've got a couple of receivers split to the far right side here. Defense standing up, 5 guys on the line of scrimmage for the Cats. Quarterback going to keep it himself, run it straight ahead, tackle from behind. See if you can get that name there. Looks like 18 or 48. 48.
48. We don't have a 48.
No 48?
No 48. Oh, maybe 18. Ian Reno.
Look on the varsity side. See if we got that. Max Roberts.
Max Robertson. Okay.
See what his number was, Max Roberts.
45. Yeah, 45.
There you go. So that 8 wasn't an 8, it was a 5. 45, Max Roberts on the tackle. Max is the son of Tucker Roberts.
Yeah. Yep.
And Jessica. Don't want to forget Jessica. 3rd down play now for Union County. Going to send a man in motion. Quarterback takes it inside trap, and a good tackle made by the Wildcats, but he might have had the first down. Good tackle, though. He stayed home right there.
That's a great tackle. I don't know if that's Tyrell Jackson, because we don't have a number 40 on the JV roster here. I'm going to have to get on Coach Mays for this.
Next road game, we need to bring some cones.
Yeah. People are getting their steps in.
Ain't no
the radio show.
Up and down, up and down. We're in the middle of the stands here. 4th down, he didn't quite get the first down, so that was a great tackle a moment ago, Jack. I thought he actually got the first down, but he didn't. 4th down play coming up here. 8 minutes clock running here in the 3rd quarter. We'd like to see the JV offense one time. And Jack and I'll head down to the sideline and get the coach's final thoughts on tonight's ball game. They're going to get the first down here and more as the quarterback runs it to the left side. And Union County is going to be in business after that one.
Yep, just trying to get some work in there. Yeah, you said it earlier. Varsity guys taking a break down there. And we were talking about championships earlier, you know. So we were talking about earlier. I almost brought it up then, but I wanted the game to go on a little bit. Talking about Hudson Register, your nephew down there. Big kid, big, strong kid, you know, young, agile. So you would think, you said it too, he had a brother, Gavin, that played.
That's right.
Young guy, strong, agile. So you would think there was no way if I told you that if my volleyball team played their volleyball team, that we would come out victorious.
Are you about to tell me that?
Well, let me tell you what happened.
All right.
Sometimes, I want to hear it. His old man strength and old man wisdom is just a little more than those young bucks can handle.
That's right.
So we got into the Church League Championship volleyball game. My team was Rayford Road.
Okay.
And their team was CFT.
This is on the competitive side.
Yeah, on the competitive side. And son, you would have thought that they were just going to hoist that trophy. They were ready. They were ready to hoist it up.
And this was Hudson?
Yeah.
Who else was with Hudson?
Gavin. They had a couple young girls that played high school volleyball that I can't remember their names right offhand. A young team.
Okay.
My team's average age was probably 41, 42. But with age comes wisdom. And that wisdom was just too much for the Register brothers to hold, you know. And so I told them, though, they played good. Good athletes, good volleyball players. But I told them, I said, listen, guys, at least the championship trophy came to Turner Cemetery Road. It's just down. It's just down on my end.
Just on the other end.
They can come see it whenever they want. They're 2 minutes down the road. You can come see it whenever you want.
Well, I just got to know because I'm coming off of watching the Olympics and I saw the beach volleyball and the American teams in the beach volleyball have trailed off a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
And I just need to know though from your perspective. Does Jackie still get above the net and bring the spike home? I need to know. I didn't get up there to watch any of this, so I need to know.
So there were times, but it had to rain real good, so it got the ground was real hard.
Yeah, we're not playing on grass there. We're sand, man.
Yeah, I had to not eat anything for lunch or dinner.
Yeah.
And I was able to get 3 or 4 inches over the ground.
So if you don't know anything about beach volleyball or sand court volleyball, it's harder to jump in the sand than it is your normal ground. That indoor volleyball, that's just easy. They just jump, spike, But so the U.S. was able to take home silver on the U.S. on the indoor side, but the beach volleyball, I was disappointed in what the U.S. provided.
Yeah, I was too. And I tell you,
I'll tell you, though, in my day, Jackie, you need to look this up. If you've never seen it, there's an old movie, and it's called Side Out. And it's from way back in the day. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but the rules are much different nowadays because back in the day, you had to earn the side out to get the point, right? So that meant that if you were serving was the only way you could score. So if you weren't serving, you had to earn the side out to get the serve back in order to score a point. So the games would last forever and ever and ever because, that's why I'm sure that had to be the biggest reason why they changed the rule now. So every serve now, both teams can score a point. But if you go back and watch that old movie, it's called Side Out. It's about an old beach bum, and they play in these volleyball. You'd love that.
Yeah.
And you probably, who knows, maybe in the next Top Gun movie, you'll get a call to be Tom Cruise's partner in the beach volleyball scene.
Right, yeah. That would be fantastic. I don't know if my knees and ankles can take it anymore.
All right, well, Wildcat fans, I don't know how much more of a volleyball talk I can take from Jackie, but congratulations on your church league championship.
It was well earned. I appreciate that. I took everything we had.
All right, John, Corey, we're going to be back next week, 7 o'clock from Memorial Stadium as the Wildcats will take on the Bradford High Tornadoes. Looking forward to that one, Jackie. Kyle Davis will be there with me. Looking forward to broadcasting the game with Kyle next week and talking to him about his knowledge on college football. We'll do that during the halftime break, and looking forward to that. So we're going to send it back to the station tonight, Jackie. We're going to tell everybody good night. And John, Corey, back at home, thank you guys for keeping us on the air. You've been listening to Wildcat Football here on 97.5 WFBB.